Hello, YouTubers. How you doing? Kempful's getting a major snowstorm today. It's like a blizzard. The snow is blowing around in the air. It looks like a bad day in Kempful, Canada. How bad is it? We're probably going to lose our power today or tonight. Anyhow, please share and subscribe tonight to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Thank you. Dennis does folk art, fine art, and abstract art paintings. Give Dennis Ramsey a call at 902-365-5044 if you'd like a folk art painting or an abstract art painting or a fine art painting. 902-365-5044, Kempful, Canada. I do paintings at $300,000 a piece, up to $1 million each. 902-365-5044, Kempful, Canada. I spent a year and a half in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. It was a very bad place. Have you ever seen the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson? It was a lot like that. The year and a half I was in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital, they had me in a Johnny shirt and house coat. I was always walking around with a house coat on, and I never had no clothes for that year and a half. I was an inmate of the Dartmouth Mental Hospital for a year and a half. It was a brutal place. You had paranoid schizophrenics, you had psychopaths, sociopaths, people like me with mixed personality disorder or multi-personality disorder. You had bipolar peoples, and you had violent murderers and criminals in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital, and I lived with them every day. I had a job in the tunnels. It's underground. It's called the tunnels. I used to do the laundry and take it to the different wards in a cart. I used to take the elevators around and take the laundry to all the patients in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital. I had two jobs. I did the laundry and they paid me like 30 cents an hour. I know it's not much money, but it was better than nothing. And I was keeping busy. I was doing ceramics, making cookie jars and cups and saucers. Anyhow, so I spent a year and a half in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital, and there was violent patients in there. I got in several fights with some of them that started a fight with me, and the fights were brutal. We were bleeding from head to toe. Anyhow, so I spent a year and a half in there, and I'm going to talk about the hospital stays. I also spent a year in the Waterfall Mental Hospital out in Waterfall, Nova Scotia. I'll talk about that in the future. Anyhow, these short stories are true stories and fun stories to tell, whatever I can remember. Please share and subscribe today to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Thank you. They used to take us swimming, even though I can't swim, and I still can't swim. But I used to wade around in the end that wasn't so deep. I used to go up to my neck and walk back and forth, because I still can't swim. Anyhow, I used to go swimming, they used to take me bowling, and I used to paint pictures in the mental hospital in Dartmouth. And I used to do other things, ceramics, make cookie jars and cups and saucers and get money for it. And I did the laundry in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital, and I got paid for it. But it wasn't much money. It was like 30 or 40 cents an hour. Anyhow, there was a lot of bad cases in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital. I used to see young girls come in with their wrists cut, and they'd get all stitched up. What a bloody mess. And I seen a lot of bad things in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital in Nova Scotia. Being a patient, you see everything. Anyhow, they had us all lined up one day in a row. There was about 50 of us, and they were giving each one of us shock treatments. They'd strap you to a gurney with 2 or 3 like seat belts so you wouldn't jump off the gurney. Then they would give you shock treatments to your head. electricity. It was like medicine or psychiatric help for your brain. But they did that to a lot of the folks in there. I had my share of the shock treatments like everybody else had. They do it in sets. Most people would either piss themselves or shit themselves when they had their shock treatments because it was so painful. Please share and subscribe today to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. I'll be talking about the institutions I was in and the abuse, the good times, the bad times, and the ugly times. Anyhows, I'm a world-famous Kempful folk artist, Dennis Ramsey. I do fine art, abstract art paintings. To request yours, I do them at 300 grand a piece, up to $1 million each. 902-365-5044, New Jive. Anyhows, they used to take me bowling, swimming, doing crafts like leather work, painting pictures, and ceramics, to name a couple things. We did other things also, but a lot of the times they had us in a Johnny shirt and hoose coat, and we were more or less prisoners of the ward. We weren't allowed to do too much unless they let us do it. Anyhow, the food was good in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital. It was very good. They fed us good food, good vegetables, good fish, good meat. Anyhow, so I'm going to tell you some stories in the near future about the Dartmouth Mental Hospital in Nova Scotia, Canada. They're true stories. Dennis Ramsey spent 7 years in institutions. I went through the bad times, the good times, and the ugly times. Let's sum it up that way. Please share and subscribe today to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. A survivor of institutional abuse. I'll be talking about the group homes, reform school, the foster homes, and hospitals. Have a nice day and bye for now. This will be my first story for today, and I'll be doing more stories about institutional life in Dartmouth Mental Hospital, and Waterfall Mental Hospital, and other institutions. Anyhows, I used to drink coffee a lot, and back then I was a smoker, and I used to smoke cigarettes. So I had 2 jobs. I'd make ceramics and sell them for money, and I used to do people's laundry and take it to the different wards and make money off it. And, I survived it. That's the main thing. I survived. Anyhow, please share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. There was a period after spending several years in institutions, I became institutionalized. I'll be talking about that in the future also. You all take care and have a fine day. And please share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel, me. Peace out, guys and girls. Give Dennis Ramsey a thumbs up in his videos. Share and subscribe and take care and bye for now. Have a nice day. Like I said before, Kempful's getting a blizzard snowstorm today on Canaan Avenue, Kempful, where Dennis Ramsey lives. At 27 Canaan Avenue, Kempful, Apartment B, upstairs. To request your paintings, knock on my door or call me, 902-365-5044, no jive. And I'll gladly do your folk art, fine art, or abstract art paintings. It's 300 grand a piece, up to $1 million each. So come on, billionaires and millionaires, request the Dennis Ramsey paintings today. Thank you. All the best to everybody. Dennis Ramsey of Kempful, Canada. The Maud Lewis of Kempful is Dennis Ramsey, the famous folk artist of Canada. Have a nice day. Ciao. And finally, a wink for Mom.